Hi there, I'm Ney Rosauro and I'm here today to show you my new line of signature mallets. One of characteristics of my work as a mallet player is that I play with the same emphasis, marimba and vibes. A lot of the artists, they concentrate more on marimba and some more on the vibes, but I really love to play both instruments with the same emphasis. Another thing with kind of work that I do is I usually play in different halls. Sometimes I play a more intimate concert in a smaller hall. Sometimes I play with orchestras or wind ensemble, with percussion ensemble, so I need a more powerful stick. And sometimes I even play outdoors where we need even more sound. So when Firth approached me to design a line of mallets, I should think in all of this, not just marimba mallets and vibe mallets, but something that can get all this range of the kind of work what I do. All kinds of instrument, including multi-percussion, and also all kinds of hall, and those mallets would sound well in any circumstance. The main characteristic of my line of signature mallets at first is the core. Is mainly rubber core. And this rubber core, I strongly believe that gives the best and the more pure sound on the instrument. The second thing is the rattan. I strongly believe in the possibilities of the rattan. Because of this swing, I believe that it gives the best sound. So the rattan should not be as light as we lose the control, should also not be as hard that becomes almost a birch. So I believe in the proper balance. It's like a karate stroke for me when we strike the instrument. If you put all the weight, you're gonna break your arm. So you have to come to a point and come back. And I believe that's what the rattan does. So if I play a timpani, for example, I don't play to the inside of the drum. I play exactly to the surface and I bring it back. The same thing with the marimba and the vibes. And another thing, if you really play hard on the instrument, this bounce of the rattan will be much more gentle in your fingers, and also it will not transfer so much energy in your arms. So it's much more natural and will be much more finger and arm friendly. And so I believe the rattan is the best material for the handle. The final result of the line of mallets are 4 different marimba models, and we have 3 different vibe models, and we came out with a new concept, a hybrid mallet. What is a hybrid mallet? So sometimes I find myself playing marimba and vibes together, or even for multi-percussion you need to play different instruments. Or imagine you're in a percussion ensemble situation. You need to play xylophone with something else than a xylophone stick that has so much attack. So the hybrid mallets are perfect for this. At first, the length. So normally a marimba mallet is a little bit longer. The vibe mallet's a little bit shorter. So the hybrid mallet is exactly in between. The core is done in different layers. So if you play soft, you get more that beautiful rubber sound. If you play hard, you get a more powerful sound. And the material that the wrapping is done is a very interesting material because it's a synthetic material, is not as soft as a marimba mallet. So when you play the vibes, it's not as soft as you play in a vibes with a marimba mallet. And is not as hard as a chord vibraphone mallet. So when you play marimba, it will hold down a little bit the attack. I could use the hybrid mallets to extend the marimba line of mallets. For example, medium hard, I could use the hybrid as a hard, and then I still have a hard marimba mallet, and I have an extra hard hybrid mallets. Sometimes when I play marimba, depending on a hall, I may mix the hybrid mallets just to play marimba. The same thing, the hybrid mallets will extend the concept of the vibe mallets. I have an extra soft mallet, I have a medium hard mallet, and a little bit harder mallets. I have a hard mallets and a extra hard mallets. So this interaction, I think, is a real nice thing, and I think is a new concept that can be very useful for the mallet players. Another thing that I use a lot, for example, when I play marimba, I hardly play the piece with the same set. So I combine both mallets. And that's a great thing about those marimba mallets, because you can combine, so use 222s in the left hand, 223s in the right hand, or even combine one by one. And the good thing, because the nature of those mallets, that's the same rubber nature, so they have the same sound characteristic. So the timbre does not change drastically from one model to another. So the result is a much better and even final sound. The same thing with the vibe mallets. This rubber core that's consistent in all the three models will help to combine, and it will have a much more unified sound all over the instruments, even with extended range vibraphone.